What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's Cyberknight here, your Tech and Games Crusader, and we are doing the process of how to use the Nutribullet Go cordless blender. I've got it all charged up, and we're going to attempt to do my Nutriblast, which is typically in an 18-ounce size container for one serving in this 13-ounce vessel that has a 10-ounce maximum on it. So, first things first, you can see the ingredients I have here that will be going into it. First off, we'll start with our power greens, and just because the vessel is so small, we're going to get a handful out and then compress them in our hand before we put them inside of the vessel. That way it'll keep them from sticking to the sides in the vessel. And it may not take all of this. So, got a full hand. We're just going to fill it to the halfway point. So we'll take some out. And take out a little bit more. Basically, what I'm going to have to do is do about a third of what I would do normally for each ingredient. So this would basically be like me just cramming a handful of greens in my mouth. Alright. Now, by the rules of the Nutriblast, halfway full of greens. I believe that's about halfway. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. And then the first thing that we add after that, we'll add our organic strawberries and bananas that's frozen. Got a third of a cup here. We're just going to put this in. There we go. Now we've got that in. Let's get our powders here. First, cacao powder. Normally I do a half of a teaspoon per blast. So this is a quarter of a teaspoon. And then we'll do the same thing with our energy and stamina blend here, which is beet, ginger, cacao, maca. And then we have a new ingredient that I'm trying, the RX Select Immune Brew Coffee with mushrooms and ashwagandha. Helps with immune and hormone support. So it's the things I find at TJ Maxx. And I did a half of a serving of this. It says 1 scoop. I did half a scoop. Just to make sure. And this stuff smells like amazing coffee. And then we have our Somewhere Lean Meal chocolate. We're doing a half of a serving. Alright, so we're not up to the max line yet. So what that means, let's add a little bit more fruit. Just to get a little bit more banana in there. Now, we're just going to do straight coconut water this time. Usually I do, well, let's do it this way. we will do our high pH water, as I typically do. And that's about halfway. Now let's do our coconut water for the rest of the way. And there we have to our fill line, or our max line anyways. So let's go ahead and remove our blade cover. I've already washed this and washed this. So take our blade, turn it upside down. There we go. We will twist. We got 5 blue lights. All right, we're ready to go. Let's go ahead. We'll set it down and see what it does. 1, 2. Remember, guys, we can't do more than 2 cycles in a row because it'll overheat, as what they recommend. So what we will end up doing is we'll do 1 cycle, see how it looks. I think it's doing pretty good right there. All right, there's 1 cycle. It is still cold, so it is not heating up the material inside, so we're not losing nutrients. Let's go ahead and go for another cycle. Now, it does not have the usual way that the Nutribullet series does, where that it spins up at an angle on the edges and pulls down in the center. So if we look down from above on it, it's just pressing on the outsides. It's not pulling down in the center. It's pulling down from the edges. But that's 2, and it's still cold. And that looks pretty smooth. All right, we got some that's just stuck up there on the walls. So give it a shake. See if that pulled it off. We'll give it 1 more cycle after a small break here, where it does not recommend running for more than a minute straight. All right, let's go ahead and run 1 more cycle now. And I can pick it up, and it's getting quite a bit of power. Like, I can feel how much pull the rotations are actually doing on it. That's pretty crazy that they've managed to fit this much performance into this small form factor for Nutribullet. All right, we have our finish. The lights have stopped. Let's go ahead and turn it upside down, just to see what we got. Looks like, yeah, we are just right at the max line, so it did not gain anything by all that we did. That means we measured properly. So that's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and unscrew. know, guys. It looks pretty smooth to me. I think this is going to be a in a clutch or in a pinch type grab for a workout and go. Yeah, that's definitely smooth. Let's see how it tastes. Tastes like chai. Love it. It's like the best blend of things. This stuff is highly potent. I can taste every single one of the mushrooms and the coffee in that. So let's look at the ingredients on this a little bit more. So we got espresso. So they're not just playing around going, oh yeah, it's coffee. No, it's espresso. And then we got ashwagandha root. Mushroom blend is reishi, maitake, shiitake, lion's mane, cordyceps, turkey tail, chaga, and oyster. And that's it. Really, really lean. Just, wow. This stuff would probably be amazing hot too with just this and cacao powder, but if you heat up cacao powder, you take away the raw properties. I would say I would probably, just estimating the amounts of things, I could get away with a little less greens and maybe double the amount of cacao. Instead of 1/4, I could probably still get away with the same half of a teaspoon of cacao in it. I do wish it did have a flip top or a rim to cover the screw area on the cup for use of drinking or travel and stuff, and not just, oh yeah, I'm going to unscrew this and then, yeah, there's that. But guys, let me know what you think. You know, give a like, subscribe. You like the content, you think I'm doing a good job, or you know, have any questions, comments, leave them below. You guys have a good night, good day. Take care. It's Albert Knight, your Tech and Games Crusader. We'll see you later.